Hey, I'm your host, Josh Turner, and for the last 9 years, I've been working with leaders to build high-performance teams that help turn their vision into reality. This is Uncommon Ground, where we have real conversations with bold founders and leaders building businesses that stand out and scale up. Today's guest is Shane Malpass, founder of We Buy Any Motor Caravan, the market leader in one of the most competitive and misunderstood industries in the UK. Shane's taken a category most people overlook and turned it into a nationally recognised brand, combining big vision, a brilliant team, and a level of consistency that's hard to match. In this episode, we talk about brand power, operational excellence, team culture, and what it really takes to lead a business from startup to market dominance. If you're serious about building something that lasts, this conversation will hit home. Let's dive in.
Hey Shane.
Hello Joshua.
It's great to have you with us on the Uncommon Ground podcast today.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Mate, something I love about you is that 99% of people in the world would love what you have in terms of business. That's me saying that. That's not you saying that, so it's okay. But you have an outlook and a humility that I don't think loads of people have when they've reached the level that you have. Is that something that's always been there, or have you worked on that?
I think it's more of a natural thing. I think with me, I still don't feel like I'm where you are saying I am.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever will. And that's what that keeps driving me forward, if that makes sense. And that's why I want to take on other projects, I guess, going forward, just to keep exploring. So I almost prove it to myself, because I don't feel like I'm there.
I get that. Yeah, you don't feel like you've arrived, but also you never exude like a superiority, which I think is great about you. I mean, just talking about what you do, like We Buy Any Motor Caravan, 27 million north of turnover now.
Yeah.
Like, what a journey that's been. But did you know, and we'll talk about that, I guess, in a second, but did you always know you wanted to be a business owner, an entrepreneur?
To be completely honest, no. I'd probably say until that I saw a little bit of a change around 2018 when I started to learn things.
Yeah.
It was never on my radar.
Wow.
Not never on my radar, but I didn't understand where I was going or anything like that. It was just cruising along. Probably took it as quite an easy ride, because it was an easy ride from what we was doing back then. You know, if you're only moving on 12 a month, you don't really get motivated. The same thing every day.
Yeah.
So it's completely changed in those years, and then, you know, we're getting there now. There's a lot of variables to it as well.
Yeah, that's so interesting. So, like, talk us through as a kid. Yeah, what were you thinking? What was the dream? Footballer like me, or obviously I had a bad injury, which is why I'm not a footballer now.
Not a golfer.
Well, no, footballer was first, funnily enough, and then like golf was like on the periphery. But yeah.
Yeah. So for me, it was different. So I used to go into my dad's work. My dad used to work for a big motorhome dealership from a couple of years before I was born. From about 5 years old, I used to go in with my dad.
Wow.
I used to go in every Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I don't know what I used to do, but I used to be there all day.
Gosh.
And then it was probably when I was getting later, towards 10, 11, I used to go to the shows. And this is not me as an introvert. I used to do like bed demonstrations to everybody that was going through the stand, hand out brochures, etc. Then probably 12 years old, I started to wash down vans on the weekend.
Was your dad a salesperson?
He was sales manager there.
Sales manager.
Yeah.
So you were watching him sell, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
5 years old.
Pretty much. Yeah, he had his own office. All the salespeople came in. They came to him for the price, and that's how it worked.
What were you like? Just thinking back to that now, like, what are the feelings about that time?
No, it was really good, because it was I felt like, for me back then, I was more comfortable around that than I was kids, because I just got to see what was happening in a business, and because it was a business of probably 30-ish people.
Yeah.
You got to know everybody there, which is the nice thing.
Yeah.
So it was a really nice time.
So 12 onwards, secondary school, adolescence, what are you thinking then?
So that's when I was, about 12 years old, that's when I started washing the vans down on a weekend and into the holidays. And this is something that I was thinking on the way in. I can remember going to see my auntie and uncle in Michigan, and they used to live on the lakes, really nice place. Wow. But I remember I worked the weekends and the holidays. And I remember going on holiday, and I had £320 cash. Yeah. From all the work I'd done. I felt like I was balling. to be honest, I felt like, you know, at that age, it's a lot of money. But it took a few months
to then as well. Now it's like,
Took a few months.
Tic-tacs and some polos.
Exactly. It took a few months to earn. And that was probably the first thing for me for work.
Yeah, like the buzz of like earning some cash yourself. And
it'd be interesting to think back. It's like, was that the reason why I didn't really push for education after that too much?
Yeah, because you'd seen it and you sort of...
Yeah.
You see, I think that's such a thing that I've learned is school teaches us that maybe you have to earn money a certain way.
Yeah.
But I think when you get into business or entrepreneurship or you see it, I was blessed to be around business owners or entrepreneurship from a young age, seeing some stuff that worked and some stuff that didn't.
Yeah.
But what I realised was that you could sort of create wealth from nowhere.
Yeah.
And it didn't have to be by doing maybe what was prescribed at school. There were different ways to do it.
And I think the other thing, going back to where I was back then, is it was really nice that the owner of the company at the time, he was very big into no job is beneath anybody.
Yeah.
So he used to litter pick all the way to work. He used to live next door.
Wow.
He used to go up the road, pick all the litter up. People who dropped the fast food and everything like that out the window. And that's what I loved. And that was a really big lesson for me growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to fast forward to today just now, but thinking about that and seeing you in the business, every piece of your business, don't you?
Yeah.
Like we buy a motor caravan in, which is interesting. So we let's go 18, left school, and I know you messed about with a few different jobs, didn't you?
Yeah, sort of. So at 16, I was working in a pub, worked my way up, got the chance to go to the next level and then run my own pub at probably 18, 19.
Yeah, wow.
Worked for an estate agent in Nottingham for a year.
Yeah.
That was an experience because you was going everything from obviously doing the sales on the phone, you was door-to-door knocking, which I think is a pretty good foundation for for sales, really.
Yeah, because it's not much harder than that either, is it?
No.
I always think that.
No, exactly that. So I think that taught me a lot.
Yeah.
And that was where I left then to start them to go with my dad.
Yeah. I mean, we've got like Kai and Charlie here today who are a bit younger than us, and I always think with jobs like that door-to-door knocking job, I think about my time in the coffee shop. I think about my time like doing, picking up the phone and doing cold calls and stuff like that. It seems sometimes that people don't want to do that work, and it's just so formative and it teaches you so much, even though it's hard, even though it sometimes doesn't feel like you get anywhere. It just teaches you so much, doesn't it?
Well, I think in terms of everything, it's like the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. And every door that you knock and every phone call that you do is the best way to look at it. You're one step closer to the sale. Yeah. So that was the biggest thing it taught me, is like you're going to get rejected. Yeah. And that's okay. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, I think going through school, most people get rejected all the time. So in different ways through friends or partners or whatever. But, in terms of sales, it's such a good way to learn.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with James Ashford, who's been another guest on the podcast, and he was speaking about embarrassment, being able to be embarrassed at times and not being scared of embarrassment being such a key thing. And in sales, that's a massive thing, not being scared of rejection.
Yeah, exactly. Sales is rejection.
Yeah.
99% of the time. And you just, like I said, you're just hoping that you're getting one step closer to that call that's going to say yes. Yeah.
I heard this crazy stat about Roger Federer, obviously one of the greatest tennis players ever. In his entire career, he lost 48% of the points. That's wild, isn't it? 48% he lost. But he's one of the greats of all time. And I think it tells us so much about life, about business, that so much of it is about losing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And how you rebound and how you react and maybe getting rejected. And
and that's right. I mean, going back to sales, and it's not for everybody that.
No.
And that's where everybody's got a position in the place in the world, because not everybody's going to be able to take rejection after rejection to be able to then potentially get the yes. No. And it depends how you adapt from those no's to then turn it into a yes, doesn't it?
It does, and that's what's interesting about you, because a lot of people maybe listening today would think that sales is about, I need an extrovert, someone who's flamboyant. You're not an extrovert, are you?
No, and I'd probably say that the two people who are the best salespeople in my company are very much an introvert. Yeah. And for the sake of the call, they come out of their shell, do what they need to, go back into the shell, pick the phone up, do the next one, and go again, which is really interesting. because you'd have thought it would be the people that are the...
Yeah. But I think there's a distinction as well. It's not just because you're an introvert doesn't mean you're not a people person. I'd class you as a people person, even though you're an introvert. You're good with people.